not here for his last night, so Margaret Wright and Jeanette Owens Cox.
Here.
Okay. I didn't do the roll call before the pledge, did I? I did it backwards. All right, at this time, we have public comments. We have, Mr. Dale Silvertooth. You wanted to speak, sir?
Yes.
That's okay, you can leave it to the side.
Yeah, you can leave it
All
there.
right, just leave it to the side.
You can close it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, Council, thank you for this opportunity to talk. Since I'm fairly new to this community and area, kind of come in with fresh eyes and looking around of what is Ore City. That was one of the purpose of the meeting that Ed Hogan had last week at the Methodist Church. It was a very successful meeting. So I asked, who is Ore City? Well, if you Google Ore City, nothing exciting there on the city website. You don't say, wow, let me look at this community. You know, it does, it's very Spartan. There were some nice comments about it. But one thing I noticed is, does the city have a vision or purpose statement? You know, leadership training, I've been in secular and religious. One of the things they tell you leaders, you should always have a vision statement or purpose statement. Know where you going? Who are you? So you can tell the community and those who are looking at your community why they want to settle in Ore City or City property. And if y'all do have that, I would encourage you to get that on your website. Just, you know, as the readers in Proverbs 29:18 says, the first half, where there's no vision, the people perish. In City Council, I challenge y'all, what is your vision? What is the purpose statement for city? And again, a lot of this was discussed Wednesday. And I asked Tasha one time, and I think she said it used to be Gateway to Lake of the Pines. It's kind of cool. But if I'm driving south or north, how am I supposed to, how do I know that? Our neighbors north of us, they have a nice little slogan or purpose sign about their city. So I encourage y'all to look in that. And last year I started the deal of getting that, and it got the sign coming in from the north. Got cleaned up, but there's only a Lions Club plaque there. Look at all the organizations we have, businesses. Just tell travelers, people going through, what does Ore City have to offer? And in footnote, Ms. Mayor, it needs to be trimmed up again and start to grow up good. I know the city handled it last time, and it really made it look nice and stuff. And that's gonna be one of my challenges to the group Mr. Hogan has, of getting more organizations and stuff, churches and everything to put their signage up. And as I look at that, I look at the tale of two cities I would like for y'all to look at. And I'm sorry, I know I'm going to shut this off. I've got like a Baptist preacher somewhere here. But I want to challenge y'all to look at the tale of two cities. Diana, Texas, and you can pick Lone Star, or where my ex-wife came from, Overton. You drive through these three cities, and what do you see? Diana's kind of nice. 259 is kind of nice and everything. And I know you can't do a lot about abandoned offices, vacant stuff, but everything's looks nice. I'll just take up going north. They lost Lone Star is overgrown. A lot of abandoned buildings that aren't taken care of. There's no seem to be ordinance to deal with abandoned buildings, front property, grass property, whatnot. So I have to say, outside what Oasis and Lions Club did last October, not seen a whole lot of effort to clean the city up. And at that meeting we had Wednesday, that was a big topic. Appearance. First appearance goes a long way. And I would like to consider the council to get one ordinance officer again, code enforcement officer again. Cause I know a lot of property in town we got cited last year. Because it's a certain, but we need a code enforcement officer. And I don't know why we don't have one anymore. I talked to people, they seem to think that it's gonna make people mad getting tickets. And people getting mad, don't vote. They get mad at the council, they get mad at the JP or whoever, I don't know. But, really needs, need an ordinance officer to go back and enforce the areas. Again, I have a lot more. I'll just say real quickly, I'd like to see somehow we get restaurants in here. Our neighbors have restaurants, we really don't anymore. Some kind of commercial businesses, and we talked about that. I know it's gonna take the tax abatements, but if we talk about taxes and people talking about the water rates, you know, you knew that one when you had. And it is what it is, you gotta have the money to fix your water. But last month, we talked about that 30 acres, you know, and what could be developed. And I just think our city needs a good upper middle class development. Maybe that's an area y'all can look in, entice a developer or someone come in and get more people in here, living here, more tax revenue, just spread more easily. But again, I do thank you for your patience and your time, and I have felt very accepted in this community in almost 2 years I've been here, and I do appreciate that.
Thank you, Mr. Silverman. Stella Barrow.
Thank you for having me a second time. I do have another shirt, but I did forget my name tag. My name is Stella Barrow. I am on the Greater Caddo Lake Association board for about 11 years now. My husband and I have been on Ames Springs Basin for 29 years. So I'm here representing our organization, obviously. You all have been given so much information, emotion stuff, history stuff, scientific information, and I understand that you're considering a resolution tonight to prohibit or say no to the sale of water rights. That's my hope, that's my personal hope that you will say no to that resolution, and it's also the hope of Greater Caddo Lake Association. Northeast Texas Water is for us. It is not for North Texas Municipal Water District. And I hope that your director, your representative to the Northeast Texas Municipal Water District understands that your resolution is a no to sell that water. As they go to those net meetings, I hope that they take that understanding with them. Mostly as I drove here tonight, it's just amazing how gorgeous this area is. And I just hope that you understand that if that water sale should go through, this area will be forever changed. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Barrow. Okay, and we have Travis Horns.
Thank you guys for having me here tonight. Typically, historically, I've just called the city office and talked to Casey and invited the city council members or asked her to give you guys the information. I kind of wanted to formalize something as I think it's important that the local municipal office and the school start working together more closely. And so I wanted to come face to face and invite you all to our graduation ceremony next week. I have, if I can approach, I have graduation invitations that I've made that I wanted to give to you guys so that you have the information on there. We'll hear for the anybody else can hear this? I thought that he was. I'm gonna leave one for you, Chance. Yeah. So, our graduation ceremony is next Thursday night, the 22nd, at Marbury Baptist Church in Longview. That we don't really have a local place that's suitable. We tried to formalize our graduation and get it out of the high school gym. It's a much more formal occasion in the auditorium of Marbury. I know some people don't really like to not have it locally, but it really, really, really is a nice formal place for us to have our graduation, so we do it there. Thursday night at 7 o'clock. On the back of that, the information is there on the front, the address and all that. Over on the back, we just ask that you RSVP because we will have seating available for you guys up front. I accidentally put my cell phone number on there instead of office phone. So if you call me and I get your number, I will probably call you to be a substitute teacher for us at some point.
Could we give chances back if that?
So, that is my office number. If you want to write that on there, I would ask that you RSVP with my secretary, not with me. The office number is 968-1221. That is the number for the office. Her name is Mrs. Tammy Mathis. If you would speak to her and let her know if you're going to be at our graduation ceremony, we will have you a seat. We will start promptly at 7 o'clock. So just let us know. And again, we hope that you all can make it. So hope to see you there next Thursday night.
Thank you,
That's all,
Travis.
bro. Thank you, guys.
very much. Well, you know I'll be there because my grandson's graduating.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave these. I'm gonna leave some extras for anybody
Okay.
else in the city, if there's anybody else, or in case you can have one, or whoever else in the city may need one. So pass those out there needed. We hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Travis.
You need a tripod for that.
Alright, at this time, we have, we need to approve the minutes from the April 8th meeting. Is there any discussion at this time? Casey? Tawana? No? Janet? No? Okay, then I will be asking for a motion on the floor to approve the minutes from the April 8th meeting. So we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second? Oh, wait, who made the motion? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Molly made the motion. Okay, so you did get that, right? Well, you got it, I didn't. Thank you, ladies. So if you're all in favor, raise your right hand, please. Motion carries. Okay, then we have the review and discuss Ore City Water Sewer Department for the April 2025 report. Do you have anything to,
I really don't
Discuss.
have anything to add to this meeting.
okay, does anybody have any questions? Oh, I did skip them. Well, that's okay. I'm on this one. I can go back. Just where it is down here. It's okay. I got it, ladies. Thanks. Okay, so if we're okay with if nobody has any questions on the water and sewer report, we can go on from there. All right, let's review and discuss and approve the financial reports. Anybody have any questions? Let's start with you, Casey. Tawana? Margaret? Jeanette? Nope, okay. Then I need a motion to approve the financial reports. All right. Casey's got a motion on the floor. Do we have a second? Margaret? Okay, all in favor, raise your right hand, please. Motion carries. And review and/or discuss the Ore City Volunteer Fire Department. Well, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna skip that because the fire department's on the agenda. So we're skipping that. Is that correct? Yes. So we're skipping the review on the fire department. Okay. At this time, we're gonna do the administration of the oath of election. If I could have, Tawana, Jeanette, and Margaret. Okay, so. Thanks, we're not gonna read it again.
We'll get one of those, I guess.
I didn't get one, I might have one in my drawer. Okay, ladies, if you'll stand where you're at, please. Okay, this is gonna be kinda hard, cause, let's see. Okay. There you go. Tawana Owens. Solemnly swear or affirm, you wanna read it? Or do you want me to read it? That I have not directly or indirectly paid, offered, promised to pay, contributed, or promised to contribute any money or thing of value, or promised any public office or employment for the giving or withholding of a vote at the election at which I was elected, or as a reward to secure my appointment or confirmation, whichever the case may be, so help me God.
So here we go.
Okay, all right. There's the first one. All right. Next is I
To you.
do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of Ore City City Council of the City of Ore City, State of Texas, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God.
So here we go.
All right. You are all sworn in. Now it's time for Chance.
Do I need to come around there?
You can stay right there, and then you're gonna get to come right
Oh,
there. Sit
okay.
right next to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, raise your right hand. I'm gonna do this backwards that I did theirs.
Yes, ma'am.
Repeat after me. I, Jonathan McCoy,
I, Jonathan McCoy,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office of Ore City City Council
the duties of the office of Ore City City Council
of the City of Ore City,
of the City of Ore City,
State of Texas,
State of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and the laws
and the laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay, I'm still, you're gonna have to sign these. All right, now, let's do this one. I, Jonathan McCoy,
I, Jonathan McCoy,
solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
offered,
offered,
promised to pay,
promised to pay,
contributed or promised
contributed or promised
to contribute
to contribute
any money or thing of value,
any money or thing of value,
or promised any public office
or promised any public office
or employment
or employment
for the giving or withholding
for the giving or withholding
of a vote at the election
of a vote at the election
at which I was elected,
at which I was elected,
or as a reward
or as a reward
to secure my appointment
to secure my appointment
or confirmation,
or confirmation,
whichever the case may be,
whichever the case may be,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay. You are now a sworn in city councilman. Here's his paperwork. Y'all just sign. On the- Sign right here. I know we did that, didn't we? We normally do it, but. Just go ahead and sign it. Right here. And then you have the information about the, for their, okay. Well, no, I'm talking about the education, the meetings. Okay, got it. There's that.
Okay.
And she gets these, you gotta watch her, she'll slap them right up front. Here's this one. Welcome back, ladies. And welcome aboard, Chance.
Thank you.
Okay, so you have your package
Yes, ma'am.
with the agenda on it.
I tried to make it very.
All right. So that's done. That's the next item on the agenda to discuss, consider, and approve resolution R2025-0513 opposing the sale of water rights. Before we begin on this with any discussion, I would like to say something. First of all, we've never considered, signing a resolution to, not sell our water rights because no one has ever asked to buy our water rights. And I have confidence in my council that they would never do anything that ridiculous as to sell our water rights to the city of Ore City. But I have had a couple of my own citizens ask me. So therefore, we are going to do a resolution. This resolution is a resolution of the City Council of the City of Ore City, Texas, opposing the sale of water rights by the Northeast Texas Municipal Water District, NETMUD. Whereas Ore City is a member city of the Northeast Texas Municipal Water District, which was established by the citizens of the City of Ore City and the 6 other cities who elected to pay via heavy ad valorem tax for the district's formation, construction of the dam, and ongoing operations. And whereas the city has a vested interest in ensuring that the local water resources are protected for future generations. Whereas Ore City provides water to its citizens from groundwater wells that are within the Carrizo-Wilcox Aquifer, which has great potential to be diminished in coming years. And whereas the sale of City of Ore City's water rights would harm the future generations of the citizens of Ore City. And now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of Ore City that the Ore City City Council formally opposes any sale or transfer of Ore City's water rights because it would negatively impact long-term local water availability and economic sustainability of the City of Ore City. The Ore City City Council appoints a representative to the NETMUD Board to protect the interests of Ore City and its citizens, as well as the best interests of NETMUD. And these copies will be sent to the Water District, be forwarded to the Water District. At this time, this is what we are willing to do. I don't have a problem with this, but I would like to say a few other things. Myself and my city councilmen and women have been put through the ringer on social media. My city has been run down. I want to discuss something, and it's called transparency. I've heard a lot of this from a lot of you all in the Save the Lake of the Pines. It's about transparency. Transparency meaning truth, what is actually happening, okay? But I just want to read you a few things right quick. And then you tell me about transparency. Because you see, transparency should always be here, but it also needs to be there. Innuendos and false information can harm people. It can do damage to their reputations. I had to stop looking at Save the Lake of the Pines when someone suggested that we all be taken to the train station, which we all know what that means. And my husband was very upset about it. My children were very upset about it. And I stopped looking at it. But here's one. I'm just going to give you this, and I'm going to give you the truth. Nepotism update. The Texas Rangers, along with other local governmental agencies, are involved in an investigation taking files and other documents from the city of Ore City, Texas yesterday in an ongoing investigation into the accusations coming out about meeting violations and nepotism based on the appointment and now the reappointment of their Net Mud representative, who is the husband of one of the city council members. Details are not readily available now, but they are under investigation. Now, true, anytime you turn a city or any sort of taxing government entity into the Attorney General of the state of Texas, they contact your district attorney in your county. That district attorney sends a Texas Ranger. A Texas Ranger, one man, very nice man, came here, did an investigation, said he didn't find anything illegal, no illegal activities whatsoever. He asked for a copy of the May 14th, 2024 minutes of our meeting. Casey made him a copy. He took one sheet of paper out the door and said, I'm taking this to the DA to let him know that there's nothing illegal happening at the city of Ore City. Now, does that sound like what I just read to you? Transparency. It needs to be with everyone. I mean, there's many, many more on here. I mean, many more. That's to the point that, you know, it's kind of scary. It kind of makes you a little afraid to go somewhere by yourself, because you don't know. Some of these people sound, you know, a little threatening. And we have done nothing wrong. My city council and myself have done nothing wrong. Anyone who has ever approached me and asked a question, I've been totally transparent. Anyone who has ever requested records from our city, they get everything they ask for. I just want to say this because I don't know if this was because we didn't sign a resolution sooner or what the reason is. I think the city of Pittsburgh hasn't signed a resolution, but I haven't seen anybody trying to take them to the train station or running their city down or their city council members or their board representative. So I just wanted to say this because I don't go on social media and say things. But I'm gonna say this publicly because I will say and do what I need to do to protect my city council, and the people of Ore City. Now, I'm willing to do this if my council is willing to do this. Does anyone have anything to say? Casey? Do you have any discussion on the resolution? No? Joanna?
I'm still trying to figure out what we gotta say.
Well, I was asked by
What's the purpose?
I was asked by a couple of our citizens if we would sign a resolution saying that we wouldn't sell the water rights. That is why I did this. It is totally up to you to do whatever you think is best.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Jeanette?
Is a resolution a binding document?
No. Well, it is by the people who sign it.
Did you say binding? If we change our mind a month from now, if we sign a resolution and 3 of us don't get elected next year,
Can this change? Absolutely. With a new mayor, new council members, year to year.
not binding.
This is not anything set in stone. This just means that we're saying that we would never do this. Another mayor and city council may come in here and they may change their minds and throw this completely out. That is possible in any city. But I think that anyone who has any sense whatsoever would not sell their water rights. I don't know why anyone would think that any of us ever would. I fought very hard for those water rights. They weren't given to the city automatically when we paid the taxes. Myself and 6 other mayors in the water district Dave Abernathy, Nick Nichols, several others, formed the Seven Mayor Alliance back in the 90s. We met every week and we fought NetMud for our water rights. And we got them on contract. And in 1998, my name is on the contract for the water rights for the city of Ore City. We have them and we will not get rid of them. Because 30 years from now, our city may need that water. And we're the only city that doesn't get water from Lake of the Pines. Therefore, I reserve the right then and now have those water rights for our future generation of our city. But yes, it could change. A different mayor, different city council members, they could change that in any city, any county, anybody who has signed this or has signed one of these. And at this time, if no one has anything else you want to add or any questions, does anybody have any questions with the resolution itself? At this time, I need a motion to pass the resolution, resolution R20250513. Do I have a motion on the floor? Okay. Casey made a motion. Chance seconded the motion. All in favor, raise your right hand. Okay. 4. In opposition is Tawana. Well, I understand what you're saying. This is how I felt the whole time. I didn't see a purpose in it because no one asked us to buy our rights. But if it makes our citizens feel better, I don't mind doing it. If it makes them feel, you know, safer. I mean, I've read a lot of things on this social media that says they're for the water rights, they're for selling them, they want the money, you know, and none of that is true. So, okay, so the motion carries and this will pass.
Thank you.
Okay? The next item on the agenda